Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. This week on the Old Magic Roundabout we've got a Tonka toy. Look at this. We have got a Tonka Toys Mustang. It's only a small one, ain't a big one. As you can see, it's rusty in places. Glass is alright though. This looks to be like a rose gold on here, I'm not sure. It's got the back lights. It's got all the bumpers intact. So this is what we're going to be working with this time. So as you watch this go round, I'd just like to welcome any new friends to the channel. Welcome aboard. Welcome back all old friends to the channel. Thanks very much for sticking with me. Even though I'm diversifying from dinkies and flitting backwards and forwards, I just thought I do like to have a change now and again. Do the same all the time. Here we go. Anyway, let's get it off the bench. Let's get it off the magic, get it on the bench and have a good look at it. Here we are on the bench with our Mustang. Yep, it's a Tonka Toys Mustang. Written on there somewhere. I think it's some sort of pullback. Makes a noise, doesn't it? I don't know if it's supposed to make that noise, I don't know. But if you pull back, push back on it, it does. There you go, so not quite now. Oh, I see, so I suppose if you held the tyres and then, yeah, it's got a bit oomph to it. Right, screws, 2 screws. Can you see that? I want to make sure I've got you some sort of in shot, if we can. I'll try and keep it in shot. Screws, not too bad. That one. Put that in the tub. I've been looking to do this for a long time. I kept sitting there looking at it and sitting there looking at it. I thought, yeah, I'll do that shortly. Right, now I'm not sure what's in here. I haven't got a clue. Don't know what's going to jump out at me. Not a lot. Okay, there we go. So this is a rusty interior. I see. So it is like a, you'll pull that back. Yeah, well, it's still, considering it's rusty as heck, it's still got a bit of go in it. If I pull from that side, I think going back, it will clean up. Well, at least the spring's in place. The spring's in place in there. Cogs don't look too bad, them two. And all that one in there. Right, okay. We've got to pull these wheels off. We'll get this off here first. I think that one, it comes, it's got the big tab there. I think the whole axle comes off at the same time. There's the suspension spring, that there, and there, both sides. Right, okay, let's get this off then. Have I got a big flat bladed screwdriver handy? I think I might have. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lift that up. Turn that over again gently. And that should, in theory, just come out. But we'll have to see what's holding it in. There's no rivets or screws or anything holding that in. I think it's just rusted in. There you go. Looks like it's gone now. There's no eyelets or anything, even though that does seem like an eyelet there. No, it's not. It must be on some sort of eyelet. Yeah, you can just see it on that one there. It's just like a little ridge it pings over. So I think we'll just continue and just get it off. We can sort it out when we get it off, can't we? Each toy has its problems, doesn't it? Its challenges, shall I should say. Maybe get it from the back here. It's nearly there, it's hanging off. There we go. It's got to be off now. There we go. So there's your mechanism. I'm not going to do, that's where your spring comes out there. There's all your cogs even. Cogs. You push down on that. You push down on that. I think, no, it's not supposed to do that, is it? There's quite a few cogs in here. Yeah, when you pull it back, you can feel the tension on the spring, springing up like that. Yeah, yeah, we're looking at 1, 2, the big ones. That crown cog down there, 3, and there's 1 right down the middle there. Oh, that one. Yeah. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to try and get the wheels off. I'll just try it like this first, just to see if they shift. I'm not holding out much hope that they'll shift like that. Whee, there you go. You can see that there's a right ridge on there. Goes on there. Well, I'll shift that one off there anyway. I'll try and get this one off here. I'll tap that out. I don't want to too much to it. The axle won't come out because it's supported both sides. But that one's obviously going to really, I'm going to tap that one out. Then I'll put this in the evapor rust. Get as much off as I can. This one. So that's that bit. That's the front wheel. This will have to be done the same. Pull these off. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to pull it off. I ain't strong enough to pull. I might have to knock it off in a vise or something. Yeah. Get a vise and just tap them down. Put a spanner or something in there and just knock it down. I have got another tyre for that here, so I can replace the tyre on that one. That's not a problem. Then we'll get that cleaned. I think we'll chuck this in the caustic. We'll give it a wire brush first, then we'll chuck it in the caustic, get rid of all that black. Interior comes out just like that. That's the glass anyway. We'll wash all that. Yeah, got some visitors in there. How long that been in there? I don't know. Yeah, we'll give that because it's very greasy. I would imagine that's from where they put oil on the motor and it's sprayed up inside here. So we'll degrease all this and clean that up. And then what have we got next? Yeah, okay. That's the original colour. It's like a rose gold, isn't it? That. you at the back here, as you can see, melted in bumpers, melted in lights. We're going to have to cut them off because there's no way you're going to get them out of there. No way you're going to get them out of there without cutting all that off. There and there. Same at the front, and then that will come off then. Because if I try to get this off like this, the chances are it will just snap. Because that's quite a big lump on there. I should probably get a Dremel out and just, not a Dremel, sorry, can't call it a Dremel, get my multi-tool out and get rid of them lumps. I can just stick these back on at the end of the day. Yeah, because they are well and truly, look at that, there's a right chunk in it they've put in there. A good chunk. Yeah, that ain't gonna. Oh, it's breaking off though, isn't it? Something's breaking off. So it's probably brittle over the years, isn't it? Yeah, that's gonna look like it might come out. You know what? Look at that. There you go. Wow. That's a cool lesson, isn't it? To try, you never know. I don't know so much about these lights. Yeah, that might do the same. Yeah, what I'll do, you see me do that, what I'll do, this is a bit harder. I'll get me Dremel, my multi-tool with a burr edge and just go round that gluey bit there, pop them lights out. And I'll probably do the same with the front. That'll work on the front as well by the look of it. Yeah, so we're lucky there. Yeah. Yeah, oh, we're doing well here today, boys and girls. Yeah. Tease it out. There you go, that's the front. We'll get them in the oven cleaner. Get them cleaned up. So it's just the back lights now. I'm going to have to mess about doing them. I've done enough on camera, 12 minutes. Okay, then we'll get rid of these stickers off here. Then we'll chuck it and see what the caustic soda does to it. Start off with. If that doesn't do it, then we'll get the paint stripper gel on it, but I think it'll be okay. Then we'll see how rusty it is underneath this sauce, whether we need to put it in the vapor rust overnight, get some of this off. Right, catch you in a bit. Okay, this is our Tonka Mustang bumpers. Got in a plastic bag. Got the Mr. Muscles. Give it a bit of a spray in there. Seal it up. Give it a mooch around. I'll leave it in there for a while. That will get rid of that. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. Let's have a look at our mechanism, our Tonka mechanism, and then this evapor rest been on overnight. Give it a bit of a stir. Oh, look at that, that's better, isn't it? Look at that. Don't think we're going to get much better than that. To be fair with you, there's a little bit down there. Probably a wire brush that off with a multi-tool. But yeah, that's a lot better, isn't it? Look at that. A lot better it was when it started. I'd like to say a little bit there. We can probably wire brush that off. It's soaking wet in a minute, so I'm going to take this out now. Let's just get a bit of kitchen roll. I think we'll put it on some kitchen roll. It's pretty good stuff, that evapor rust. Shame it's so bloody expensive. But good things are expensive, aren't they? So we'll whack that on there. Let that drain for a minute, and then what we've got here. Shall we see if we can... I don't think that will... Oh, it will. I'll put that in. And I'll turn it round in a bit. Or I could toss it into a tray, actually, couldn't I? Have I got a tray here somewhere? Yeah. And we do it in this tray here. If I take that out. This will probably be the last time I use this anyway. And I'll whack that in there. We'll leave that in overnight. So that's that then. That's the engine. The motor clean. That's going to be clean by the morning, I would say. I'm going to put that in caustic soda in a bit. I've got the tyres off the wheels. I'm going to put these in the UV hydro. Get this right now. Forgotten what name it is now. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put it in that and put the UV light on it. Well, I had it in the tip of my tongue a minute ago. What was it? Hydrogen peroxide. That's the kitty. Now I've washed this in warm soapy water, but it's still got greasy marks on there. That's obviously where the body's been on there. You can see it. I'll just put that in there like that. You can see where the pillars and that have tarnished it. So what I'm going to do, I've got some WD-40. I'm going to squirt that on there and see if that'll assist in any way. It's all different here. It's all go here, mate. So I've got my pointy stick. I'll do it over out the way so I don't get it everywhere. We'll give it a quick squirt hose. There we go. It smells lovely, this stuff. Right, that's on. There you go. So that's, I squirted that on. I love the smell of this stuff, you know. Brilliant. That and creosote. Right, cracking on. Right, let's just quickly demo this window unit. I've just done this side. Yeah. Got rid of all the muck off it. Got to do the inside. Just got to wipe it over some bottle winkling. But it's got all that greasy mark off it. WD-40 did a little bit, but not a great deal. So what I'm going to do now is attack the front. So what I'm doing here, I've got a degree of, these are clean sanding sticks. You can use wet and dry. A lot of people do. I mean, I often use wet and dry as well, but on this one, I'm going to use these sticks. Okay, sanding sponges. And they look quite, that looks quite scory. So we're going to start off with quite a rough one. Yeah. So how I do it is I just, first time I ever done this on a scale model canopy of a jet fighter, I nearly had a dicky fit. I thought, oh, it's destroying it. But I took the advice of other people at that time and kept going at it, and I was surprised at the results. And I've been doing it ever since. Yeah, like I say, you can use wet and dry, but I like to use these because I can see what's going on. You look closer, you can see the lines in it, look there. You're trying to get that lot out. If that's, you could go rougher if you want. That's the roughest. This is quite thick, this, so I could afford to go right, and try and get as many of these scratches out as possible. Being a sponge, you can move it around like that, you know. Every now and again, wipe off the sanding stick, wipe that off, and carry on. Yeah, just keep going up in the grades until you get to the buffer stage. If you want to do this roughly with rough sandpaper and then go on to wet and dry, just to get down deep, get as much of it out as possible. Just get in there, keep going at it. They're getting less and less now, look. They're getting barely visible. But the idea is to get, when you go up a grade, to get rid of the previous scratches, and then go up again and get rid of the scratches again. It's time consuming. Don't get me wrong, it's not a quick fix. But if you're doing it on plastic which is thinner than this, like an Accorgi or a Dinky or something like a Matchbox, and you're doing it dry, then stop every now and again to let the plastic cool down. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of wet and dry. You don't need to do that. If you don't, it will start to curl up the plastic underneath and you'll have a job to get it flat. There you are, most of them scratches are out now, apart from the scratches that I've just put in. Obviously, a little bit over here. And just take a bit of pressure off. Right, going to move up to another grade. We'll be on 3 minutes. I'll give it another couple of minutes and I'm going to stop it. Otherwise, what should be sand this forever? But your aim is to try and get out the scratches that you just put in. That is where it's time consuming, especially on a piece like this. See, it's getting smoother now, look. Yeah. And then I'm just going to sort of give you an idea. I'll go to the other side of this one. Just keep going and you'll suddenly see it become clearer. I mean, you won't see much clearer, but this is tinted glass, but the idea was getting the scratches out. Minutes. You see, if you look at it now, it's not as looking so rough as it did in that corner there. So you move up until this is my buffer. Yeah, I don't think it will show a difference now if I did it now. So I'll show you when it's all done and you'll see the difference. And then I go over with car window screen polish at the end of the day to buff it up. Yeah, you can see it coming better. That's what I do. And then you've got your buffer here. That's how it works. Okay. You can see I've done it on that side there. Alright. There you go. That's the window unit all cleaned up. That's a lot better. There's a few swirly tiny bits in it, but and a bit of dust on it there because it's been sat for a few seconds. It's like a dust magnet at the minute. But yeah, that's a lot all the scratches are out of it. You've got like a nice orangey colour to it now. Yeah, there is one or two smaller marks in it, but nowhere near as. Look at the dust getting on it. That side nice and clean. It's got a nice tinge to it now. So yeah, we're done with that. I'm going to wrap it up in a bit of cloth. Bit of cotton cloth here. I don't know, it doesn't get any more damage on it. There you go. Happy with that. Put it with the bits and pieces. So there you go. Okay, here we go. We're going to do some hydrogen peroxide, bit of UV on these wheels from the Mustang. There you go. I put clips on them to add some weight to them. I've got some cling film. So anybody hasn't seen this before, I'm holding the camera in my hand, so this is just a cheap professional UV lamp, 36 watt. Okay, get them off eBay. I think 10, 12 quid, something like that. And it's got your lights up in there, look. Okay. So what we do, got the hydrogen peroxide. Try and get the lid off one-handed, which I bet I can't now because I put it back on. There you go. I'm going to fill this up. Hopefully they won't float. Then put some cling film over the top. There you go. And then we'll pop this in here carefully, like so. The tray does slide out, but it's a bit jerky. And we'll switch it on. There you go, your lights are on now, in there. So that'll stay in there now for about, what time is it now? It's 7:10 on a Tuesday. So it'll be in, I'll switch it off tonight when I go to bed, put it back on in the morning. So it'll probably be this time tomorrow night. I'll check it part way through the day, see how it goes. Yeah, so it should whiten them up a bit anyway. Let's hope so. Okay, now I don't know if somebody might be able to tell me if you can reuse hydrogen peroxide, if I can tip this back in the bottle. I don't know. But I've got to get some more anyway. If I'm going to do Tonkas, I need a lot more hydrogen peroxide. Now this, what I've got here, is 12% food grade. You can't buy that over the counter. You have to get it off, you have to order it off eBay. I think you can get 3%, but not 12. Okay, right, catch you later. That's the wheels all done then. They come out nice and clean. Look at that. What a difference. Nice and white. That's the God, there again. There's an awkward silence. Oh, I forgot the flipping name of it again. Anyway, hydrogen peroxide. That's it. That's it. Yeah. So they come out nice and clean. Big difference. There. And there. I'll use them clippers to weight it down. So they was in about 15, 16 hours, I think. I could have took them out a bit earlier, but I just wanted to give them maximum, so they'll do. They're all good to go. Got the paint, eventually got all the paint off this and cleaned it up. Yeah, I'll be future, hopefully, if I do any the bigger Tonkas. I've got my sandblasting unit now, which is kindly given to me by Mr. Luke Sampson. We'll go into that at a later video. Yeah, so that's that, and that's the base. It's not brilliant, but it's all clean, it's all smooth. It will take some, I'm going to give it some filler primer, rub all that down, get a nice smooth surface, then hit it with some white primer. Okay, So yeah, we're there, we're getting there. Okay, that's our Tonka Mustang all primed up. I used high build primer on this one because it was a bit sort of mottly. I'm about to move that out of there, aren't I? It was a bit mottly on the metal, so I've used a high build primer on it. And I must go. That's smooth enough. And I've just rubbed it down with some 1500. Now what paint I'm going to use, I was going to go back with a rose gold, but then I was looking around what I got on my stash, and I've dropped on this, what I'd had for a while. I've never really used this Auto Extreme spray paint, and I saw this in the shop a while ago, and I was intrigued. Multi-tone yellow and green, as you can see here. So I thought, well, do I want to try this? So I thought, you know what, this would be a nice candidate to try it on, see what it comes out like. Don't like it, I can always overspray it with something else, but you never know, it might be okay, we'll see. I've never used this brand before. I think, well, I tell a lie, I might have done it, I might have had a black in it, I can't remember, but yeah. So we're going to get this by the fire, get that by the fire, and we'll crack on. Here's our Tonka out of the paint. This is that yellow and green. I mean, it's quite, actually, it's quite funky really. My missus says it's lovely, she likes it. Yeah. You can just see the colours in it as it's going around. I've got a new Tonka sticker, I've stuck it on the back there. I've got some Tonka decals from Andy, but I've got these basically to try on because they're screen printed stickers. So I thought I'd go try them, and if they're any good, then I'll send Andy a couple, and he can use them to get the sizes for decals and colours and stuff like that. So there you go, look at that. So we're all done on that score. I've got the backlights, I'm just doing them in the clear red just to brighten them up a little bit. As you saw, the motor was all cleaned up and everything else, so what I've gone ahead and put that in there because I want to put some grease in there. I don't want to do it while I'm assembling it all because I'm going to get grease all over the car. So I basically want to get the grease in there. Yeah, it runs okay. I get it. How it works is you push the axle down and it pushes them gears up and meshes with the big gear. You can see it turning now, look. That's how it works. Tell you pop it out like that. Yeah, that's got to go in there. That's got to go in there. Yeah, it will be all right once it's all in place. Yeah, it's only temporary fitted in there, but that's how it works anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you just bring that up. I'll take it out and do it. Yeah, you can bring it up like that, and then you see it spinning now. Look. It's better when it's actually there you go. It's better when it's in the car. Yeah, so I've got to locate that down in there. We've got some grease in it. So there you go. Got the screws to screw it down with. And we'll do that. Get some grease in, screw it down. And Bob's your uncle. I think you got, I don't know whether or not, hang on, I'm going to try something here a minute. You know, bear with me a minute. If I can find them, there we are. Just as a thought, whether it will fit or not, I don't know. I've got a clockwork key here. Yeah, it does, yeah. I've got the, yeah, it's going to be awkward because I've got the wheels on. But yeah, I reckon that will probably wind it up as well. Yeah. There you go. It's all singing, all dancing. Okay then. Here we are with our a super clean Tonka toy Mustang. I took the sticker off actually. I didn't like it overhanging the boot and that, so I'm not going to bother with a sticker on it. It's got Tonka written on the bottom. That's good enough. So first operation, I'll put a bit of a black wash in that grill just to give it a little bit of looking at. Is to get these. I did try and get the white of these Tonka coming out of here, but they're not raised enough. As soon as I did it on some white, the tire itself is it just gets on the tire. You can't do it. And they're not proud enough. So unfortunately, that'll be like it is. So we'll get. I think first of all we'll see which is. Yeah, that one's a bit. That wheel's a bit knackered. We'll have to glue that. I think we might be gluing that wheel in there because it's a little bit shot there. But that's not a worry. Oh, that's better fit. Yeah, that's okay. That'll do. We'll stick this through here then. Move them out of the way. Find the point of where it previously has gone in. It's about there. Then we should just tap it down. I've got a bit of wood. I don't want to damage it. Go a bit more than that. It's not on straight. Yeah, it's on a rock and roll there, isn't it? Try and get it flat. I think we've got it now. Just a bit more. I would say that'll be about it. You can just go. Yeah. There you go. Right, okay, that's that done. Get that away. Get that away. Let's get the lights in the back first, shall we? These should just get the right way around. Hopefully these will just push in where they came out. Says he, hopefully. That looks like it's going in. There you go. That doesn't look right, does it? Must be this side. Yeah, it's that side. There you go. I might drop a bit of glue in there. Well, actually what I'm going to do, get my long nose. Get my long nose, big ears. Put that in there. In fact, where's my knife? Just want to chop that bit off there. I don't like the look of that. Bit better. I'll get my long nose and just tweak that in there. Yeah, that's held it in. Yep. You can just see in the back there where it goes in, there's a piece of metal where it came out of. So all I'm doing is basically just trying to, if I can, squeeze it up so it grips it, if you know what I mean. Know what I mean, John? Know what I mean? Of course, I'm cack-handed. It's been a pain. I should squeeze it. There you go. That's that. I'll probably have to do the same with the others. So let's get the back bumper in. That's better. That just pushes in. That's better. Mustang Sally. Let's try the front one. That's clicked in. Oh yeah. Now, which is the front, which is the back? I think it's that way. Is it that way? No, it can't be that way. Got to be that way. There you go, that's in. Now these, you got tags, 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 tags and tags. These don't bend over, obviously, because you can't get at them if you did. So these should just they're like locating pins. They should just locate in there. In there. And in there. So we're all located. Then we've got my screws. I think we need a bigger screwdriver this time round. Hello. There we go. There we have the old girl. So, let's just shift this a minute. There we have our Tonka Mustang. With a nice refurbished white wheels, re-chrome front, re-chrome back, painted lights, and a completely cleaned up screen and a nice paint job. As you saw, this one I think you push down at the back, let her forward, and then she's off. Yeah. She's off. So we all know that it works. So there we go. So let's get on the magic and we'll have a look at it, see what you think. This is what we started with. A small Tonka Toys Ford Mustang. Well beaten up. Dodgy front tyres. Peeling and rusty paint. So we're going to see if we can give this a new lease of life, smarten it up. So have a look, see what you think. Have a look at this. Here we are then, here's our Tonka Mustang. come out quite nice. Quite pleased with that colour. Not that I can see it very well, but my missus, and she's the boss, she said it looks really nice. You can see, make out some of the yellow in it and the green. Windscreen cleaned up nice, got rid of all the horrible oil and grease that was on the inside. We retro brighted the wheels with the UV light. We touched up the rear lights with the Tamiya red clear, and I sprayed the bumpers after the oven treatment with a chrome silver. Yeah, and we know it works. Seen it going. Something a bit different. I've been having this one sitting around. I've been thinking, you know what, I really want to do that. So I was, you know, one of the things that you think yourself, yeah, I want to do that. So I thought, after last week's disaster, I'll give this a go. And it turned out quite nice. Quite pleased with that. Yeah. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, Tonkas. It's not die cast, but it's still a model. And it still needs restoring. And I enjoy doing this one. A change is as good as the rest. Well, that's it. That's the end of the month again. Next week is donations and purchases. And then we're on to May. Flipping heck. It's bowling on already. Just go up a little bit and get a bit more from the top. You can. This light might be a bit bright. Let me just pull that plug out here a minute and see what you think to it with that light out. Maybe a bit dark, do you think now? Yeah. Anyway, there you go. We'll see you all again next week with something. Well, we've got a donation purchase next week, and then the first of the month I've got a matchbox, so look forward to that. So we'll see you next week. Well, whatever you're doing, be happy. Hopefully you'll be lucky, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.